Hi, everyone. This is Faith Howard Mooney from TMC, and this is Inside the TMC Family. And I'm very fortunate today to have with us one of our newest lender members within the network, David Kozuh from Old Second National Bank. And he's
Yes,
the SVP of and Director of Residential Lending with Old Second. So thanks for joining me, David.
you're welcome. Good morning.
And Old Second National Bank just joined TMC, so you haven't really had an opportunity to meet a lot of people within the TMC family at this point. So, would you like to share just a few little snippets about who Old Second is?
Sure, be happy to. Old Second National Bank, um, ironically, like the name kind of states, has been first chartered in 1871 in the original spot that the corporate office is right now in Aurora, Illinois.
So cool.
So we've been around for a while. It's one of the oldest, if not the oldest, I can't remember, banks in Illinois. We just turned 150 years old in the summer, and we had a large celebration. All of our staff was there. We got about 600 that celebrated the 150-year-old birthday, so to speak. I've been here at the bank since April of 2000. I started as a loan originator. Worked as an originator for about 14 years, then went into the management area, became a sales manager, and did that for about 5 years. And then January of last year, stepped into my current role now, the director of the department.
Well, we are very, very happy to have you with
Thank
us.
you.
So let's get to know you a little bit
Okay.
better. You mentioned when you came to Old Second, but what was your first job like ever? So that kid job maybe that you had.
Oh,
Um,
my first job ever?
mhm.
Well, probably like a lot of people, I was a dishwasher at a local restaurant in town. Wash, wash dishes in the basement of a restaurant.
That is fantastic. I think that as I've talked with others about that, I think that some of those jobs truly teach us what we don't and what we do and don't want to do with the rest of
Yeah.
our careers.
Well, ironically enough, after college, I ended up in the restaurant business, owned my own for 5 years, met my wife there, um,
Wow. So that
worked
led.
at worked at some fine restaurants in the city of Chicago with some top chefs, and eventually got out of the business because, truthfully, because my wife was just starting to complain about the hours that I kept.
Well, you're lucky
So
you got that far.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
yeah.
it's definitely a young person's game, that's for sure.
Yeah. So tell me how long you've been in the mortgage space and if how you got into mortgage, if Old Second wasn't your first entree into mortgage.
Sure. I worked for a small little broker shop before Old Second. It was called Money Tree Mortgage. It was just a small little storefront place. Ironically, it was in downtown Aurora also. My wife was in the mortgage industry prior to me, and she kept bugging me to get into it. I'd be good at it, et cetera, et cetera. So she went to work to run this little shop, and I was brought in and kind of learned processing and how to put things together and how to get loans to the investor and things like that. So it was a very small shop that I kind of cut my teeth at. Um, from there, we both went to Old Second National Bank. They had their own mortgage division at the time, and I came in as an originator, pretty much knowing nothing except what I learned at this little broker shop. And I can remember at the time my boss said, "Well, here's your desk, there's your calculator, there's your computer. Good luck."
Yeah, that was kind of how it happened. It doesn't
And that
happen
was
quite that same way now.
right, and that was back in 2000. Rates were roughly, if I remember correctly, at an 8%, 8.25, 7.75, and I didn't know any better. I just started talking to people and making phone calls and meeting people through my wife, and um, actually became pretty successful in the origination game. Worked my way up to #2 originator at Old Second Bank. I never could catch the #1 person, but I was I always came in the second spot, but ended up doing pretty well.
That is fantastic. So when you came into, obviously you had a now a spouse who was in the mortgage space and knew a little bit about it. When you came in, is there one thing that you wish that you would have known that you know now that just is like, oh, I wish I would have known that way back when?
You know, not necessarily. I mean, the business has changed so drastically and so quickly over the years. It was always difficult to catch up. Um, I suppose what I really wished I would have known was I didn't have to do everything by myself.
Ah,
I didn't utilize at the beginning of my career the people that were there to help me. I was always trying to take care of everything myself.
that's a
And
very, very good lesson.
as I got older and wiser, if you will, um, obviously let go of the control, and that's when my business actually became pretty good.
That is actually very, very good advice for our new people that have joined our industry. It is a team effort
Yes.
on the mortgage side, especially now, for sure. If you weren't in mortgage, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be in the hospitality, the restaurant industry. I still have a passion for it. I love doing it. I love cooking. Um, and I'd probably be in that field because I'm not good enough to be a professional golfer.
You and
So,
many others we
right.
speak to.
Well, I would think I would have stuck it out in the hospitality industry.
Awesome. So now I have to ask you because I'm kind of a foodie. I love all types of food. I love to
Mhm.
cook as well. Gonna change up. What's your favorite dish that you fix?
Wow. I people ask me that a lot. Do I have a favorite dish? And I don't. It's more of a favorite style. I've grown into the farm to table concept,
Ah,
which is completely different than it was 25, 30 years ago. Anything fresh, anything new, anything reinvented without making it too crazy. Um, and actually, the best dishes that I make are the ones that my friends just love.
yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Well, I appreciate that was quick and easy. Believe it or not, we're done. So
Okay.
I appreciate you doing this with us. We cannot wait to show you the things that we can help you with within the TMC family and just know that we're here to help.
Well, we're looking forward to exploring it as much as we can. I understand that there's a lot of information that can be shared, so really looking forward to that.
Thank you so much.
You bet.